About time for another Coach Life. I had to relocate because it's too loud in there. Whatever. I was spending some time processing where we are, and I was listening to a Dame Dash interview with 19 Keys, and I was realizing, man, we're in a very powerful moment. Do you realize that there's so much change and so much instability that happened in the last few years that you could essentially be whatever you want to be? I'm gonna walk you through it, right? Check me out. My generation was taught, well, granted, I grew up in the crack era, so it was like what you're being taught and then the reality, and you gotta figure out the rest. But my generation was taught there's a way to do things. Life is not all that bad. If you really grind and whatever, you got a shot at being happy, kind of. The generation before that, everyone thinks they had it easy. The generation before that, they got $40,000 houses. They got super regular jobs, but again, they had the history, especially if you're Black, they had the history of oppression very alive, very active. Like they had to deal with racism on a whole nother scale. We're not built for what they had to go through, vice versa. Right now, what you're seeing is a lot of potential, and you have to use your imagination, and that's terrifying to a lot of people, especially if they were conditioned to just be normal. Also, it's not the bleakest of outlooks. We're in a pandemic, which will end in May. It's the craziest thing ever. Went from 2 weeks to flatten the curve to, so I would say trust in authority, even respect for authority or structure is at an all-time low. I say this repeatedly to people who care about what's going on in education. The Joker energy is probably the dominant energy. Not only are people struggling, but there's also this energy to see this thing fall. And I'm not gonna lie, it is what it is to me. But for those of you who are like, all right, this is where we are, but I'm interested in seeing this thing play out because I have a feeling or a sense that I can really do some things and help some people, or just, I think I can make it through this, and it's not gonna be easy, but I think I could. For those of you, here's what we have. There's tremendous blocks of value that are falling from the sky. Like literally, we just got 70 grand yesterday, like, bah! You gotta be able to catch it. You gotta be able to convert it. You gotta be able to do your due diligence. How many people are built to do that? Who knows? I am. So we're gonna go ahead and catch that and dish it out. Today will be a little bit of work, but we're gonna get it done. I use that example because there's a lot of that. If it's one thing we learned thanks to the pandemic is everyone that we held up with such esteem, like celebrities and leaders and all of that. First of all, as soon as they said 2 weeks to flatten the curve, every leader that I held with any esteem, whoever repeated that, I was like, no longer. You're just going off a program, that's weird. All the celebrities think about how many celebrities have fallen from grace in the past 3 years. It's almost comical. In a more somber note, think about how many people have passed away. Celebrities, like literally people are just transitioning at a rate that's never been seen before. We have technologies that change everything. There's so much instability. It's hard to gain traction, but this is exactly what I'm suggesting right now. We're in a rare moment in history where people who are aligned aligned with goodness and diligence and humor and happiness and sharing, probably for the first time ever, we can work together. We can work together. People think public education isn't the way. We can say, okay, so what is the way? Let's workshop it, let's figure it out. People think local is the way. Okay, so what does local even mean? Are we local? I work here, but I live in Brooklyn. What do I need to do to come to terms with that? I have a house over there. I know it seems like a lot of work, probably is more than most people are used to doing, but if you've ever created a business with any kind of sustainability, or you've ever did programming, or even curriculum or leadership, I would imagine CEOs, teachers, entrepreneurs are all people who could actually create a new world in a couple of months. But here's the catch. We have to work together. Now, in order for that to happen, someone has to organize it. Not I. But I know a few people who watch these Coachlifes. I know. So go ahead and take that, put it where it needs to be, because I think the time is, I think it's go time. Feels right. I'm gonna meet with my students today and do my part, so hopefully you all have time today to do your part. If you don't, if you just gotta get through the day, do what you gotta do. You know, I know it's rough out here, but we have an opportunity. I think I said this in the last Coach Life, the iron is hot, for sure. So, blessings to you. Have a wonderful, fruitful day. If you just gotta nap and get through it, do what you gotta do. But link up so we can go ahead and take advantage of this foundation that we've already begun to build. All right, ciao, Coach Life.